New tonight, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. touts his efforts in Arizona to, quote, make Indian country healthy again.
Kennedy spoke today at a national conference of tribal leaders at the Gila River Indian community.
12 News journalist Bram Resnick tells us Kennedy singled out a tribal hospital in the valley as a national model, but left out the more controversial parts of his work. Bram?
Yeah, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. told about 1,400 tribal members and leaders it was his solemn duty as HHS secretary to deliver health care to Native Americans. But by the end of this year, many could lose that care because of actions by Kennedy's boss.
The slogan was familiar.
We're going to make Indian country healthy again.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., President Donald Trump's Secretary of Health and Human Services, touted the administration's health-related accomplishments before a national conference of tribal leaders and members.
We are expanding tribal self-governance.
Kennedy's message? Tribes succeed when they make decisions on how federal dollars are spent.
President Trump supports your right of self-determination more than any previous president.
Kennedy highlighted his visit to the 4-year-old River People Health Center on the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community.
I met with the staff and I saw this extraordinary operation that is a model not just for Indian hospitals, but for every hospital around the country.
Kennedy didn't touch on the more controversial aspects of his tenure, such as his attempts to cut back childhood vaccinations. He took no questions after a 17-minute speech.
I'm sure there are some successes here and there, and we appreciate that.
Democratic Senator Ruben Gallego spoke at a luncheon right after Kennedy's speech. Gallego brought up some of what Kennedy left out.
The major cuts, the major hurts are about to come because they had to, in their minds, cut Medicaid and cut all these programs to pay for their massive tax cut.
Tribal leaders nationwide have warned that President Trump and Republicans' cuts to Medicaid could decimate health care in rural areas, home to many Native American communities.
You're going to see some hospital systems that are going to end up shutting down or just shutting different services.
And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. also did some campaigning while in Arizona. He headlined a Phoenix fundraiser for former Arizona Cardinals kicker Jay Feely. Feely is the Trump-backed candidate running in the 1st Congressional District Republican primary. That district is one of several swing districts around the country that Republicans have to hold in order to keep their narrow majority in the House of Representatives. Bram Resnick, 12 News.
All right, Bram, thank you.